Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. In his brief tenure with WWE, Dominik Mysterio has amassed a large number of opponents. The most prominent of them is Rhea Ripley, his ex-girlfriend from the screen. As far as Mommy and her quest to regain the WWE Women's World Championship from Liv Morgan are concerned, Dirty Dom remains an obstacle. Rhea Ripley was placed on indefinite hiatus last month after Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan laid her down in a parking lot outside the Performance Center on NXT. She broke her right orbital socket a week before. Thus, the angle was apparently staged to make her quit TV. The events of the last several weeks on television suggest that the battle between Morgan and Ripley is far from ended. Sam Roberts predicted that Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan's rivalry will reach its climax at WrestleMania next year when appearing on the Not Some Wrestling podcast. On the other hand, the WWE expert is hoping that in 2025 at the Showcase of the Immortals, an intergender bout would take place between Ripley and Dominic. The Judgment Day is beginning to show signs of internal strife. In a recent fatal four-way match to decide the top challenger for Gunther's WWE World Heavyweight Championship, Dominik Mysterio lost by pinfall to Damian Priest. Dissatisfied, Finn Balor blamed Dominik Mysterio for giving Damian Priest a chance to win the championship. The wrestler from a third-generation family feuded with the Irishman, retorting, "I've gotten closer to the world title than you have in a long time." Participation from Liv Morgan and the other members of the Judgment Day helped to diffuse the volatile situation. As the year 2024 approaches, a rivalry between the two pals may be imminent. Wrestling fans and experts are beginning to take notice of one plot point as we approach WrestleMania 41. A female WWE superstar returning to confront Dominik Mysterio in a bout that would be groundbreaking. This potential storyline goes beyond WrestleMania's usual high-profile feuds and spectacular bouts to highlight the Mysterio family's legacy as well as the progress of women in WWE, thus challenging traditional gender norms. Dominik Mysterio's career in WWE has been an absolute wild ride. Dominic began his career as a promising young talent trained by his famed father, Rey Mysterio. However, he swiftly went from being an inexperienced rookie to being one of the most divisive individuals inside the organization. His recent transformation into a fully villainous character, along with his partnership with Rhea Ripley, the dominating WWE Women's Champion, has greatly increased his appeal as a heel. His readiness to cheat and manipulate his way through matches, along with his haughtiness and disregard for his father's heritage, has garnered immense criticism from fans. After everything he has accomplished, including sharing the SmackDown Tag Team Championships with Ripley and going after wrestling greats like his dad and John Cena, 16-time world champion, it seems like he has achieved the zenith of his current character arc. After this, what more can Dominic achieve? It would seem that the solution is to adopt a narrative stance that deviates from the norm, namely, to compete against a female rival, but not any female rival. This plot would illustrate how far the women's division has come and would put an end to the usual power struggles in WWE. When it comes to promoting female superstars, WWE has come a long way. Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Bayley, and many more were able to star in pay-per-views and even headline WrestleMania thanks to the women's revolution that occurred in the middle of the 2010s. These ladies have established themselves as more than simply wrestlers. They are innovators deserving of a spot at the top of the show. If that were the case, a female wrestler challenging Dominik Mysterio at WrestleMania 41 would be more than just an interesting plot point. It would be a powerful statement about the progress WWE has made toward gender equality and the importance of embracing many perspectives. Having a female wrestler square off against a male superstar like Dominic might convey a message that women aren't restricted to the women's division. They can take on anybody, anytime, and even the most formidable opponents. Who could possibly fight Dominik Mysterio again in this highly publicized bout? That is the question everyone is asking. This plot could include any number of female WWE superstars, each of whom would contribute something special to the ring in addition to their legendary status. The wrestler Ronda Rousey. For a while now, Ronda Rousey, a former UFC champion and a divisive character in WWE, has been absent from the ring. The thought of her returning to confront Dominic, however, is fascinating. Dominic, a haughty, privileged second-generation wrestler, might be the ideal antagonist for Rousey, who has always been at her best when pitted against underdog or surprising opponents. Dominic's brazenness and Rousey's tough, no-nonsense attitude would make for an interesting and unexpected fight. Lita is speaking. A comeback by WWE great Lita, who is revered in the women's division, will undoubtedly generate immense excitement. Lita, a veteran with strong links to the Mysterio family, she has been Rey Mysterio's ally on more than one occasion, may return to get revenge on Dominic for the contempt he showed her buddy and his family. A fascinating contrast of styles would be created in the ring between her reckless flair and Dominic's luchador-inspired assault. The man herself, Becky Lynch, has been a trailblazing and powerful force in the women's division. Becky has shown her ability to compete with the most formidable male and female opponents throughout her tenure as Raw Women's Champion. An intriguing plot point may arise from a conflict between Becky and Dominic, in which she exposes Dominic's weak tactics and challenges him to a fight that calls into question his champion mentality. It would be thrilling to see Becky finally face Dominic in a WrestleMania program, where her flamboyant nature and unparalleled charisma would be on full display. A second WWE Hall of Famer who might be a part of this plot is Trish Stratus. Trish's place in WWE history is indelible, and a plot with her meeting Dominic again would be ideal. She may be setting herself up for a comeback thanks to her legendary bouts from the early 2000s and her feud with other great WWE superstars like Lita. What an intriguing angle. A seasoned great like Trish, demonstrating to Dominic that one must work for their legacy, not just inherit it. A darker, more vicious side of Bayley has emerged as a result of her recent heel change. Dominik Mysterio is a wrestler who shares her haughtiness and contempt for tradition. What better opportunity for her to capitalize on her new character than to challenge him? If Bayley were to face Dominic at WrestleMania 41, it would be because of her unpredictable character and her ability to elevate her opponents. It would be a watershed moment for professional wrestling culture if a female wrestler faced up against Dominik Mysterio. This is a chance to reimagine the role of a top WWE performer, while also challenging long-standing gender prejudices. A fundamental tenet of Dominic's personality has always been his sense of superiority over everyone else, including his own father. The concept that no one is immune to competition, regardless of gender, would be symbolized by seeing him battle against a strong and capable female wrestler. There would be a huge emotional reward. Picture this. Dominic has spent months making fun of his family and his opponents, but now he's in a situation where a woman proves to be more formidable than any male he's fought before. It may be the most humiliating experience of Dominic's brief career. With WrestleMania 41 quickly approaching, the potential for historic matchups is limitless. There would be a sea change in our views of wrestling, gender, and legacy if a female WWE superstar returned to confront Dominik Mysterio on the biggest platform of them all. Whether it's Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, or someone else entirely, this plot would make a statement that women are just as capable as men in WWE and that they deserve in the ring alongside them. To WWE, this is an opportunity to prove that gender parity in sports entertainment is more than a slogan, it is a reality. With the correct build, this match has the potential to become a watershed moment in WWE's illustrious history and the showstopper at WrestleMania 41.